My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our new class for the subject of accounting, that is first paper. This class is for 11 business studies and it is also applicable for class 9 and 10 business studies students. I am going to carry the chapter of 1, but part 3, that is accounts section. You have already completed the lecture 1 for this part. Today in this part is going on the lecture number 2. Overall, lecture number 6 for the chapter 1 for 11 business studies students. Today I will solve a creative question for this part, that is accounts. Dear students, the main objectives of accounting is to calculate financial result and financial position. It's required to record the transactions in disciplined and proper way to achieve this objective. Because of transactions continuous increase and decrease happen to assets and liabilities, incomes, expenses, and to equity, that is owner's equity or proprietorship. It's needed to record continuous increase and decrease and to know the net amount of each item at an interval of specific time. Dear learners, account is such a table or statement where the changes and position of each financial item are disclosed, such as cash account, furniture account, bank account, purchase account, sales account, salary account, rent account, etc. Two types of accounts table are used in accounting: T-table and moving balance table. We can classify accounts very easily by analyzing the accounting equation, or with modern concept, totally 5 types of account. Number 1, asset. Second one, liability. Third one, equity. Fourth one, revenue. And fifth one, that is expenses. Dear learners, you are watching a new creative question for this part, that is accounts. At first, you have to take your accounting practice copy for writing this question. After that, I will solve this question in orally and our solution based. Dear students, I think you are writing in your accounting practice copy. Creative question number 1. Following account balances, that is taka, are available in Adarsh Traders as on 31st December 2019. Income tax 15,000, life insurance premium 5,000, prepaid rent, furniture, accounts receivable, interest receivable, machine, bank, cash, goodwill are 20,000, 90,000, 6,50,000, 5,000, 1,20,000, 55,000, 25,000, 15,000 respectively. Another balances are mortgage loan, salaries due, bills payable, accounts payable, commission received in advance, unearned sublet rent, bank overdraft, stationery due are taka 1,12,000, 30,000, 40,000, 4,000, 2,000, 8,500, 3,000 respectively. From the above information or from the above stem, you have to solve the three requirements. Requirement A, determine the amount of drawings. Requirement B, determine the amount of total assets. Requirement C, determine the amount of total liabilities. Dear learners, I think you have already understood the lesson number 1 for the part of account over lesson number 5 for chapter 1. In the lesson number 1 of account, I have already discussed about the classification of accounts. You know, totally 5 types of account according to modern concept, and 3 types of account according to traditional concept. But you are watching in my stem in the question. Requirement A, determine the amount of drawings. Second one, determine the amount of total assets. Third one, determine the amount of total liabilities. Okay, now at first you have to select which items are related to drawings and which items are related to total assets and which items are related to total liabilities. Dear learners, you know, drawings, the amount which is drawn by owner personally. It's included cash drawings, goods drawings, income tax, life insurance premium, personal expenses of owner, etc. And the amount of total assets will be included different type of assets. You know, 4 types of assets are shown in our financial position statement. That is, current assets, a short-term asset, long-term investment, fixed asset or permanent asset, fictitious asset or expenses not yet expired. And the amount of total liabilities are to be included. Different types of liabilities, that is current liabilities, that is short-term liability, and long-term liabilities. In this question, we have seen the different types of assets, liability, and drawings are available. So now you can start our solving theoretic question. At first you have to draw 3 formats in 3 pages, in different of 3 pages. First format for drawing, second format is for total assets, third format is for total liabilities. In general format, there is totally 4 columns are available in the general format. You know, date, account title, amount taka, that is detail, and total. Dear learners, I think you have already opened the format for 3 requirements. Okay, now you can see in my slide for the first one, the total amount of drawings is determined below using statement. In this system, you have to write an answer for this creative question. Dear learners, you are seeing only two items are related to amount of drawings. First one, income tax for taka 15,000 and life insurance premium for taka 5,000. Total amount of drawings taka 20,000 in this math. Dear students, you have to write in a hurry. Now we can go for second requirement. Determine the total amount of assets. You have already known from the previous lesson which items are related to asset. In this system, different types of assets are available. So we can see in my next slide for determining the total amount of assets. The total amount of assets is determined by using a statement. The first asset is for prepaid rent. It's available for taka 20,000. Furniture for taka 90,000. Accounts receivable for taka 6,50,000. Interest receivable for taka 5,000. Machine for taka 1,20,000. Bank for taka 55,000. Cash for taka 25,000. Goodwill for taka 15,000. In this question, total amount of assets are taka 9,80,000. Dear learners, you are watching in this slide, different types of assets are related. The first one for prepaid rent is one kind of current assets or short-term asset. Furniture is one kind of fixed asset or permanent asset. Accounts receivable and interest receivable or any kind of receivable in all time is related to current assets and short-term asset. Machine, that is one kind of fixed asset. Bank balance and cash balance, two items are related to short-term asset or current assets. The last one is goodwill. It is fixed asset, but it is an intangible assets. So total amount of assets is taka 9,80,000. My dear students, I hope you have already written in your accounting practice copy the requirement A and requirement B. Now we can go for solving the requirement C. The total amount of liabilities is determined below using a statement. In this question, there are so many liabilities at there. The first one is mortgage loan for taka 1 lakh. Salary is due for taka 12,000. Bills payable for taka 30,000. Accounts payable for taka 40,000. Commission received in advance for taka 4,000. Unearned sublet rent for taka 2,000. Bank overdraft for taka 8,500. Stationery due for taka 3,000. Total amount of liabilities are 1,99,500. Dear learners, in this math, there are two types of liabilities available. The first one is mortgage loan. Mortgage loan is one kind of long-term liabilities such as mortgage loan, bank loan, debenture, bond, related to long-term liabilities. Salaries due. Any kind of expenses due all time is short-term liabilities, that is current liability. Bills payable or accounts payable or notes payable, any kind of payable is all time is short-term liability or current liability. Commission received in advance, that is advance income, that is one kind of current liability. Unearned subrent, unearned, that is advance income. So subrent, one kind of income, that is unearned, so it is one kind of short-term liability. Bank overdraft, only bank balance or bank deposit, one kind of short-term asset. But bank overdraft, that is bank overdraft loan, is one kind of short-term liability. Stationery due, stationery one kind of expenses, but it's purchased when is on credit, that is stationery due taka 3000 is for current liability. So in this math, total liabilities are taka 1,99,500. Dear students, we have already finished the creative question number 1. Now you can write the second question for your home assignment or for practicing at home. Following accounts balances are available in Natasha Traders as on 31st December 2019. Commission receivable taka 20,000, wages 5,000, insurance 15,000, advertisement 20,000, bad debt 3,000, depreciation 7,000, debtors 30,000, interest on investment 13,000, sublet rent 7,000, apprenticeship premium 20,000, sales 2,30,000, purchase 1,20,000, discount receipt 5,000, carries 2,000, export duty 8,000, bank interest 10,000. From these balances, you have to require for 3 questions for this creative question. Requirement A, determine the amount of current assets, that is short-term asset. Requirement B, determine the amount of revenues or incomes. Requirement C, determine the amount of expenses, that is revenue expenditure. This is the home assignment for you, but I can help you for betterment. Just can start. Commission receivable, account receivable, bills receivable, one kind of asset. So any kind of receivable, it is current assets. Wages, one kind of expenses, that is revenue expenditure. Insurance premium, it is also a revenue expenditure, that is expenses item. Advertisement, huge amount of money for paid for this amount, this item in any business. So advertisement is one kind of expenses, that is revenue expenditure. Bad debt is one kind of loss which is irrecoverable from customer, so it is expenses for business. Depreciation is one kind of expenses, that is a loss, it is written down below of any fixed asset, so it is expenses. Debtors, that is another name of accounts receivable, another name of sales ledger account, another name of book debt. It is treated as current assets, that is asset. Interest on investment, investment is all time asset, but interest on investment is revenue, that is revenue income. Sublet rent, only rent one kind of expenses, but sublet rent is one kind of revenue income or income. Apprenticeship premium, apprenticeship premium is one kind of income or revenue, that is revenue income. but apprenticeship allowance in is all time. Revenue expense or expenses. Sales. The main source of revenue or income in any business, that is item of sales, so it is revenues or incomes in this math. Purchase. The main source of expenses of any business, purchase, so it is an expenses. Discount receipt. Generally any amount received, it is treated as revenue or income. Carries inward or carries outward. Transportation in, transportation out. Freight in, freight out. All items are related to carries. There is expenses. Export duty, import duty, export duty, excise duty, any kind of duty or municipal tax is one kind of expenses. Bank interest. Only interest on bank, and then it is treated as revenue income. But bank charge or bank interest charge, if it is written, then it is expenses. But in this method, only bank interest, it is for written in revenue income. Dear learners, for helping you, I have already discussed about this and the requirement of A, B and C. So that's all for being today.